What is this? He holds us because this is the hope that he holds out that enables us to press on in suffering and fight the devil effectively, as we've seen in verses 7 through 9. So those are my two questions. How long are we going to suffer, and what is the promise that sustains us in it and comes after it? Father, suffering is an awful thing. It's so easy to talk about, so difficult to endure. But you have spoken to us about it. Spoken to us about it. And so help us speak to ourselves about it and get ready for it in the way David intends. I pray in Jesus' name. Amen. After you have suffered a little while, the God of all grace, who has called you to eternal glory in Christ, will himself restore, confirm, strengthen, and establish you. To him be the dominion forever and ever. Amen. What does little while mean? It seems from the context that the end of the suffering is the eternal glory. And that these things, restoring, confirming, strengthening, and establishing, are done in that eternal glory. So it looks like to me. After you suffered a little while, the one who called you to the eternal glory will do these things. So the eternal glory begins when this is over, which would mean this is a lifetime. Little while means a lifetime. Compare, to answer this question, chapter 1, verses 6 and 7. In this you rejoice, now for a little while. That's exactly the same phrase as in chapter 5. In chapter 1, verse 6. In this you rejoice, for a little while. If necessary, you be grieved by various trials. Now, what's the boundary that ends this? So that the tested genuineness of your faith, more precious than gold, that perishes though it is tested by fire, may be found to result in praise and glory and honor at the revelation of Jesus Christ. So this little while is the duration of the suffering, the trials, the griefs that end with the revelation of Jesus Christ. So that the result of all of that little while suffering, like 80 years or so, will result in praise and glory and honor. Or consider what Peter says here in chapter 1, verse 24. All flesh, everything merely human, is like grass, and all its glory, no matter how long-lived or beautiful, all its glory like the flower of grass. The grass withers, the flower falls, but the word remains forever. The contrast here is between ordinary human life as lasting a spring or summer when the flower comes out and the petals fall off. This is a little while, and the alternative is eternity. So I conclude that this little while here is a lifetime. It's not a month. It's 60, 70 years. If God gives us that long or shorter if our lives are snuffed out. After you have gone through a season of lifelong suffering, the God of all grace will himself restore, establish, strengthen you. There's a connection between that statement and between that understanding of a little while and the glory coming. Look at 2 Corinthians 4:17. For this light and momentary affliction is preparing for us an eternal weight of glory. So eternal contrasts with momentary, and affliction contrasts with glory. And isn't it the same back here? After you have suffered a little while, what you get is eternal, which corresponds to a little while, and glory, which corresponds to suffering. So the promise here is, even if you have to go through a lifetime of suffering, there is coming a glory that will a billion times over outweigh this suffering, and it will have a length infinitely longer than the little while of these 80 years. Now, what is promised in this eternal glory? First, we see that it is promised in Christ, which means the security of it isn't in ourselves, it is in the value of Christ and the work of Christ and the resurrection of Christ and the perfection, righteousness of Christ and the substitution of Christ. In Christ is the great foundation of our eternal glory. And here's what happens to us after this awful suffering. He will restore, confirm, strengthen, and establish you. And I know that some interpreters take these to refer to things that happen in this life. But it seems to me the flow of the sequence here, after you've suffered a little while, glory comes, and the effect of that glory is this. Let's just take them one at a time. Restore. If your body has been chopped to pieces, or if you've been languishing in a prison, you need mending and restoring. If there's going to be any glory around your body, has to be put back together, confirmed. You need to be put on a firm, unshaken foundation after all this wobbly uncertainty of a little while suffering. And you need to be strengthened so that you can do things that you've never been able to do, or do things that you haven't been doing while you're suffering, because so much strength has been depleted, and you need to be established so that your future is absolutely unshakable and cannot be destroyed. And that's what's going to happen. Here's the way Paul puts it in 1 Corinthians 15:42. So is it the resurrection of the dead, is the resurrection of the body. What is sown as perishable is raised imperishable. What is sown in dishonor is raised in glory. What is sown in weakness is raised in power. And I think that imperishable, glorious, powerful body is what these are meant to communicate. He's going to restore that body, confirm that body with a great solidity and strengthen that body and establish that body. It's just like Philippians 3:21, where he says, God will transform our lowly body, our lowly, broken, suffering body to be like his glorious body by the power that enables him to subject all things to himself. So the great hope beyond the little while of our lifelong suffering is an eternal glory. Not short, but long. Glory, not suffering. And it will be a restored, confirmed, strengthened, and established body in the hands. To him be the dominion. And I just want to close by asking, why dominion and not glory? To him be the glory. Back in 4:11 and 12, or just 11 after this, back in 4:11, he says, to him be the glory and the dominion. And maybe it's because this. He has already said glory. You're going to eternal glory. And that glory is God's glory in Christ. And its effect on you when you see it is going to be this brand new, glorious being that you become. What these poor, suffering, beleaguered saints need when they feel like the whole empire is against them is our God strong enough to pull this off? And Peter ends, to him be might, to him be power, to him be rule forever and ever. Not only is he able to pull it off against the great powers that stand against you in the Roman Empire, or whatever empire you're in, but he is able to do it forever and ever. Believe this, trust this, as you go up against the devil and endure the suffering that he may call you into.